from someone that got a 4.0 this past year, thank you. Skip that class. I'm telling you right now, you will know within the first 2 to 3 weeks whether a class is useful or useless to you. Now, I'm not saying be a bum and skip all your classes. That's not what I'm saying. Please go to class when you need to go to class. Use your best judgment. I had a class first semester, astronomy, very interesting subject. I barely went to that class and I got an A because the entire class I would be sitting there and being on my phone because it was useless. You'll learn very quickly whether your professors know what they're doing and whether their teaching style is effective for you. Now, speaking of professors, they matter more than what your class time is. I promise you. Obviously, don't fill your schedule with 8 a.m.s because you will not be going to that. You will not be going to your 8 a.m.s. I'm so sorry. I had trouble getting up for an 11 a.m. class in college. Always go to the class right before your test or exam because professors often do reviews, they give out extra credit, things like that. I had a political science class and he gave out extra credit the class before and I really didn't want to go. And genuinely, I walked in, 3 people and a peanut in that class. Genuine crickets. It was just us and I ended up getting extra credit. So go to the class right before. Second piece of advice, you're going to be lonely freshman year. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. It's the reality. And there's kind of no way around it. And I'm not here to say you're not going to make any friends and you're going to be lonely the whole 4 years. College as an experience itself is lonely. You could do everything right like everybody tells you. You can go to clubs, you can go to events, you can be the most outgoing person ever. You can be the yes man that everyone tells you to be. And you could still end up being lonely. And I'm speaking from personal experience. First week of college, I went to everything. I did so many events. I tried to show up as much as possible. I was doing my schedule first week of college was crazy. I had events back to back to back, 3 to 5 something, 5 to 7 something, 7 to 9 something. It was a lot. I was doing a lot. And at the end of the day, I would come home and I would still have this feeling of being alone. And that's to say, if you were going to events and you were hanging around people and clubs and organizations that don't align with yourself and your passions and your goals, you are going to be miserable. I had a club that I joined first week. I'm not in it anymore just because of time constraints, but it was something I was passionate about and I ended up coming away with a friend. And I was going through the interview process of another club, another organization, and it didn't really align with me and I didn't end up coming away with anything other than a couple fun events, So really keep in mind that type of stuff. And even after all this, and you think you found your friends and your group and your community, you can still feel alone at the end of the day. And that's completely normal. That is genuinely just a part of college. You're not crazy for feeling alone. You're not you're not doing anything wrong. It's just what the experience is because you are alone. You don't have your family to lean on all the time. You don't always have your friends to lean on. You don't always have this, and this. So bottom line, don't let your loneliness and your fears and anxieties push you to something that's not right for you. College is just a really specific experience that I think it's really important, and it really teaches you how to be alone because after graduation, there's no guarantee you're moving back into your parents' place. There's no guarantee you're going back to your hometown. You could be moving thousands of miles away where you really don't know anybody. And that's when college really prepares you, I think, because you'll have already gone through some variation of that experience in a controlled environment. What I would advise is start getting comfortable doing things alone. Start getting comfortable going to the store alone, going shopping alone, doing things alone in public by yourself, because that's what a lot of college is. No one's going to always come to the grocery store with you. No one's always going to come to you when you're running out of makeup or you want to go do something. Being alone and being lonely are very different things. And I was very lonely first week of college, and that's okay. That's just how things fall. And being alone is something you really need to be comfortable with because that is a lot of college. You're going to be going to classes alone, walking campus alone, things like that. So really try to become comfortable with yourself and enjoy your own company. All else fails, if you don't make any friends in college and you're spending every weekend alone in your room, throw yourself into your work, throw yourself into your hobbies. College is not end all be all. It is 4 years of your life. You're here to get a degree. You could graduate earlier even. It'll be okay, guys. On the topic of friends, you're going to lose friends and gain them. I'm telling you right now, everyone you meet you're not going to click with them immediately. It's really trial and error, but that's a weird way to put it, but it kind of is kind of accurate. Make sure that you're taking time to curate your friendships and your community, and make sure it's people that you really respect in terms of headspace and really align with in terms of goals and aspirations, because that's going to take you very far in the long run. Workload, I will not speak on STEM majors or any very technical majors like that. They're going to tell you you're going to be swamped and that you really need to study every day, 3 hours a day per topic. And you're going to see everyone around you like chugging Red Bulls and Celsiuses. And I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be like that. I took one sip of an energy drink this year and it was to taste the flavor, not for a caffeine boost. As long as you keep your time managed and make sure that you know what you're absorbing in class and you know your study methods and things like that, you'll be okay. I had many late night excursions and I still did well in my classes because I knew content wasn't hard. I kind of know it already. And a lot of people study while they're with their friends. So it's like, yes, y'all could be going to McDonald's. Yes, y'all could be like hanging out or whatever, but it's like very common to just pull out your laptop and do stuff because it's like everyone got to get their work done. I'd say if you took AP classes or you kind of have like a routine for studying already in high school, you're set, you're golden. Don't worry about the workload. If you were a STEM or medical major or anything like that, God bless your soul because It's like big piece of advice I'd say is self-care. Guys, eating is so hard and like, oh my God, you don't even think about how irritating it is to have to eat in college, to remember to eat. Y'all will not have someone cooking for you all the time. Like, y'all are gonna have to cook your own food, and it's a mess. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was off campus first year because my my university over admits everybody, and we don't have space in the dorms. So if that's you, and you know your school admits an extreme amount of people, and you're gonna have to live off campus, oh my God, learn some cooking skills over the summer. Make a meal plan that you like over the summer. Like, oh my God, it's actually a mess. Dorm people, it's not as bad for you because y'all have food available to you. I think the biggest like thing to look out for when you're in the dorms is making sure that things don't close before you like go get it, because they close so early for some reason. It's so weird. It's like they want you to starve. That closes like 5 p.m. on a Sunday, and it's like, okay, what if I'm hungry after? And definitely if you're in the dorms, bring some snacks or like microwave food or things like that to add some variety, because I know the food gets really repetitive sometimes. But wow. This is gonna look really dumb half the video, isn't it? Whatever, we'll find out. So here's some miscellaneous advice. Freshman 15, most of that is just party weight, if you know what I mean. Like, your weight's gonna fluctuate regardless, I'll tell you that. No matter what the scale says, I want you to know, like, do not let that stop you from nourishing yourself and taking care of yourself. Hold off on going to parties every weekend. And I feel like that's where most people see their freshman 15, in my opinion. Speaking of parties, I'll tell you, I partied so much first semester, it gets old very quickly. You're gonna find by second semester, you're not gonna wanna really. After a few bad experiences, you're not really gonna want to mess with it anymore. But definitely go out, have fun, go to a couple parties, experience it. I'm just saying, you might find that it's not for you. If you find that partying is for you, don't let me stop you from going out every weekend. Like, get your party on. But like, I found that it got really old for me very quickly, so it wasn't an issue. That's kind of all I have for you because that's how my freshman year went. Um, Overall, freshman year is just a lot of new experiences, and I wholeheartedly support people just going out and discovering themselves and just doing whatever and just, really finding themselves in college because that's what it's for. I just think the bottom line is stay true to yourself. Make sure you're doing things that align with your future and your present. And I promise you, in the long run, it will help you. I promise. So don't be scared of freshman year. And if you are scared of freshman year, totally normal. Go into it scared and do it anyway. It is not a horror story. You are going to be perfectly fine. In fact, it was a really fun year for me despite its ups and downs because you'll have some low lows and you'll have some high highs. You're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. And if you don't have fun, there's always next year. Don't place so much emphasis on your first year of college and it's going to be so fun. Like, it's okay if it's not fun. You're still adjusting. You're still getting used to everything. Like, sophomore year can be your fun year. Junior year can be your fun year. I remember high school, everyone's like, senior year was my funnest year. I hated senior year. I loved junior year. And that was like, the consensus was like junior year is the worst year. Senior year is the best year. And it's like, I hated I had the opposite experience. So I'm just saying, don't let people tell you that freshman year has to be the best year ever and that it's life changing and everything like that. It's just a year in your life where you're going through some changes. It was scary. I got there and I cried like my first week, and it's completely normal. So have an absolute blast at your first year of college. Be yourself, stay true to yourself, and you will have a great time at college. But that's all I have for you right now. So bye bye.